If you're an introvert, I just want you to know that the extroverts you put on a pedestal, they're not as perfect as you think they are. Their social lives are not as perfect as you visualize them. They are only above you and better than you because you've put them there yourself. But it doesn't have to be that way. You see, the only place in life where we have quantifiable hierarchies is a place where you quantify a certain skill. For example, sports. You have these championships of football, basketball, whatever. There you have a winner, right? The winner takes it all. The winner wins the prize. But then you could say that the fifth team is better than the ninth team. And that's true, definitely. Because we have something to measure. We have their wins, their performances throughout the season. In our social lives, it's not really like that. And you might think that it is because, you see a certain extroverted person around you who just seems to have such a nice time. They're posting Instagram pictures every single day, talking about their social experiences every single day. They're just surrounded by people night and day. Their social life should be fantastic, right? And it's better than yours. But what you fail to realize here is that quantity doesn't equal quality. In fact, the bigger the group, the more shallow the conversations. This is probably something you have acknowledged in your life as well. Isn't that the case? When you have a one-on-one conversation, you can sometimes go deep in these conversations. It's nice. But then when another three people join the conversation, it's a lot more shallow. Because people are just not willing to open up around more people. That's just human nature. So you see the people that have these wide, vast groups, their interactions are quite shallow. There is a lot of jealousy between them. Maybe the person you put on a pedestal, they feel a lot of jealousy around another person from that group. Maybe they feel feelings of inferiority and anxiety around that certain person. But you just think that their social life is perfect. That's something you would like to have. Now, on the other hand, we automatically label these people as being socially successful when in fact what they are having right now is just another version of what we had back in the day. You used to live with someone, with your family, right? Your caregivers. Maybe your parents, your grandparents, whatever. You spent quite a long time, a lot of years around them. Now, this group of friends that a person you idolize spends time with is no different. It's just an extended family, and it's always the same group. It's not like they are the most social, a human magnet that just makes friends left and right every single day. They are spending time with their family, and they even hate their family. They have a lot of arguments. Again, the bigger the group, the more arguments there are, the more fighting there is. Do you really envy that? Or do you just envy a certain part of their social lives? That's quite unfair to do, to be honest, because the social life includes lots of ups and downs, let's just say that. We can't just take the positives and leave the negatives outside. It just comes as a whole. Having that said, we can't really deny our natural tendency and urge to have status. And, probably our ancestors used to quantify status as the number of friends you have. Like a person with just one friend was lower in status than a person with 10 friends. But we don't have to live by those rules anymore. Now our monkey brains, our lizard brains will always tell us that. But then again, if we were to just obey our lizard brains all the time, what would we do? We would just be drug addicts, junkies, be obese. We would swear at everyone around us, be extremely rude. That's no way of living, is it? So then we have to take charge of our decisions. We have to control our lizard brains and our authentic, primally authentic urges. And in doing that, we get to this conclusion that the number of friends you have doesn't mean that you are greater in status. In fact, maybe you have one close friend that you can talk about anything. Your social battery doesn't drain around that person. You have something so valuable you are not even realizing the value you have right here, right now. You just wish everything was better, but in fact, you have no reason to do that. You already have something that so many people would probably pay thousands for, a true connection. So value it properly and realize that you're not behind. Be present around your friends and enjoy your social life, because you talking to your close friend is still you socializing. It doesn't make you a social outcast. You don't have to talk to every single person you see down the street. Having a few friends is okay. And needing connections, again, it puts you in the needy energy, which is repelling to others anyway. And most importantly, you lose your self-respect, and we don't want that. That's not the real you. The real you is at peace. The real you owns themselves. The real you doesn't really need others. You might have an intention, but you could basically live with one friend for the rest of your life, if that friendship is deep enough. So just value the people around you more and stop seeing things in a more positive light than they actually are in. You'll see that life is just getting so much better that way.